That's gonna hurt.
Hey kids, welcome back to the Music Snob, where I know music, unless it sucks. And I'm wearing the sunglasses for a reason. And the best part about it is they're not prescription. So right now, I'm looking at the camera like Stevie Wonder, probably. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a dick about it. Welcome to Music Snob, where I know music unless it sucks. What has happened here is I started this channel, I don't know, like a year or two ago, and I was talking about musicians I really liked, that I didn't think enough people knew about. Like Corey Hart was great, and people in, I don't know how much of the world he was known in. I know North America, but in Canada he was a lot more successful. And he also, a lot of people don't even know he had an album out. It was like it's almost 6 years ago now, and it was a great album. And I wanted to talk about some of the stuff that he's done besides what people know, like Boy in the Box, and how many other songs does anybody even talk about anymore? And I wanted people to remember what a great musician Corey Hart was. So I did this little thing about Corey Hart, and I was wearing the sunglasses for a part of it, and I think I spiked my hair. I can't remember now. And what happened is record company Weasels started blocking these videos, because I had been playing the artist's music in the video while I was talking about them, and I wanted that to be part of it. And I didn't care that I wasn't making any money on it. But now that I'm monetized, and I don't know why people are still subscribing to this crap, but I wanted to go back and re-edit the video, so that more people could actually watch it. And if you want to see the whole video with all the music, we'll figure out a way. Leave a comment. Tell me that you want to see it. But this was, like, I don't know, fourth Music Snob I did, I guess. I'm not sure. Where I talked about Corey Hart and what a great singer, great musician, great writer, that I really looked up to when I was young. And why you should still be paying attention to what he's doing, because he's been still putting out stuff recently. And please, I know it's not going to have music. It's going to have snippets or ideas or whatever. I'm even playing guitar in it. Kind of dorky. But enjoy this discussion of Corey Hart. So, if you couldn't guess from the crappy opening thing, today's episode, it just flew in my face that I had to do this. Corey fucking Hart. Corey Hart. Sunglasses at Night. You know that song. Everybody knows that. I'm not wearing my sunglasses. Maybe I should. Hold on a second. Yeah, I guess I probably should open this with the sunglasses. I don't have enough hair to do this spiky thing. Corey fucking Hart. Big, well, big in the 80s. Made a few resurgences now and then, if you will. The big hit, everybody knows, Sunglasses at Night. You want to be a dork like me or every other dork in the 80s. This is what you do. You walk out of the house, you go out, wear your sunglasses at night, look like an idiot. But, you know, I can't wear these things the whole time. I just can't, because I'm blind. So I won't be able to see my notes. I'll look like an idiot. I already look like an idiot just from playing the guitar. This got to change. Any chance I got to not look like a dork, I'd like to take it, but not now. I just can't. Anyways, Corey fucking Hart. Corey freaking Hart. Corey, I don't know what his middle name is. Doesn't matter. Do you care? Good Canadian boy. Good Canadian boy. You, of course, you know this. It sounds better than when I played it a little bit, right? It does. Whoa! No, no, no. So, of course, Sunglass Night. Worldwide hit. It's been covered. It's been remixed. It's been dance mixed. It's been bastardized by people who can't play acoustic guitar very well. But do you know this song?
1, 2, 3.
If you're Canadian, you might. American, I don't know. I don't know the rest of the world heard this.
Kid is a cool friend of mine from way back many years.
Have you heard that? That's Dreamin' Time again. This was released like 4 years ago. This like 2019. The latest Corey Hart album that I am aware of. Okay, so we're gonna be talking about Corey Hart today, and maybe we'll speak a little Corey later, just because. But Corey Hart, Corey Mitchell Hart, good Canadian boy, as I said, from Montreal. When he was a teenager, he was cutting demos with Billy Joel's backup band. I don't know how, but he got himself a record deal, and good for him, and good for the world, because not only did we have Sunglasses Night, his first album, Sunglasses, well, it was called First Offense. So apparently he was hoping to offend people several times. So that was the First Offense. So of course you heard Sunglasses at Night, big hit. There was a couple other big hits like, this was it was a big hit in Canada. Was it a big hit anywhere else? I don't even know. I don't know. But man, that saxophone player. That's She Got the Radio. She Got the Radio. That was a single. It was a hit in Canada. It was. But have you also heard? Well, this was also this one hit in Canada. I don't know how big these were in the States, but this to me is it's a country song. Like if you haven't heard, well, you should know this. It ain't enough, and it isn't, is it? You got to know the song. But did you hear this? I love this song. Depending on when you bought the album, you might have heard this. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. Burn a lamp at midnight. You can burn it at noon if you want. I gotta tell you a story. On the first pressing of this album, this song was on the album. But when Lamp at Midnight was released, just kind of the late single, they dropped this thing and they put Lamp at Midnight on. This was a pretty good song, but the problem, what you're hearing here is me digitizing my cassette version, because you cannot get this. It's not, it was never released in any way anywhere else that I am aware of. I don't care. I love the song. First album did really well and everywhere. It was a great album. First Offense. Buy it. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't include a portion of the video where we speak, or we learn how to speak Corey. I learned a long time ago from a radio station in Edmonton. It was K97. They had a lesson plan on how to speak Corey. So I'm going to put the word up on the screen somewhere here, and I'm going to say the word, and you can tell me if you've heard it, or maybe if you understand what it is, in conjunction with a Corey Hart song. So the first word is box. Second word is carbohydrates. She has a unique way of speaking. Congratulations. Whoa. Day-o. Christmas. If you would like to learn how to speak Corey, please send me money, and I will add other words that will teach you how to speak Corey. This has been a public service announcement. Okay, so the second album came up, Boy in a Box. Boy in a Box, 1985. This was the big single. I know this was big in the States as well. He was like the second guy to sell 1 million copies of an album in Canada. So first was Bryan Adams, and this came out, and a huge, ginormous, great song though. But well, you probably know this. This was a single. You gotta know this song. It was the Boy in the Box tour, for God's sakes. If you're a Corey Hart fan already, you know this frickin' song. If you're not, you should be. This is where I learned how to say box. What did the rebels say, Corey? Okay, well, you probably, that was another big song. But have you this? I'm gonna. Well, this was a single. Get rid of this one. See him in the concerts. That's how you enunciate. You know, I'm playing a song. It wasn't, well, I don't think it was even a single, but this is my favorite song in the album. It just has a great feel. Eurasian Eyes, which I've never been to Eurasia. I'm not sure where that is. Okay, now I don't know. His third album came out in 1986, so like a year and a half after that, called Fields of Fire. Now, I know this is huge in Canada, but I don't know if this was well known in the States. So if you're a big Corey Hart fan from the US, and you might not have heard of this. I don't know if you have. Maybe. I don't know if it really charted very high. I Am By Your Side, first single. Great tune. Okay. That was a great tune. God, this was a single too. Have you heard this stuff? You should have heard this. Just listen to this guitar piece. Not yet. You know, it's great. It's a great album. This did you hear? Now, maybe you didn't hear this one. I remember seeing him on. Remember Joan Rivers? She had a show. She was a comedian. She had a show. He did this. It's a cover of Elvis, Can't Help Falling in Love, and it's a million times better. So somewhere between his third and fourth album, he was asked to do a couple songs for the Beverly Hills Cop 2 soundtrack. He did 2 songs. He released, it was Beverly Hills Cop 2, Electric Boogaloo. He released, he gave them Too Good to Be Enough, and Hold On. And they chose Hold On, which was a pretty good song. And this would be it. Can you hear that? Can you hear it? Is it loud enough? I think, well, you know what? If I'm going to play this, I just gotta. One more time. Just one more time. I think Too Good to Be Enough was not as good as that song. So good for them that they chose that. But he released Too Good to Be Enough as a solo single. So good for him. I'm sure plenty of people bought it. Okay, so his fourth album, I don't think he was charting as much in the U.S., but his fourth album came out, and that was in, what the hell years? Young Man Running, 1988. And this was the big single. God, I love this song. This song really spoke to me when I was Jesus. Becoming legal, I think. You know what I mean? So you got to get the lips out. Did you buy this? In Your Soul. great, great song. I believe this was also a single from this album. Still in Love with You.
Maybe I don't say the words. Maybe no matter where I go, all I do is still in love with you.
Anyways, 1990, he released Bang, which may have been the last big thing he had out there for a while. But had these two spectacular songs that led off the album that I wish more people could have heard. This would be A Little Love. I guess the chorus is really just a shala la la la, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with a shala la la. But you know what? Oh, God, the album's called Bang. The song Bang was a big bang. You know what, Corey? I do. I like it that way. All right, so 92 released an album called Attitude and Virtue. And this, to me, this was the best song on the album. It was Baby, When I Call Your Name. Eventually, it might start. Just had a great bluesy, slow R&B feel to it, you know what I mean? Can you see Ruby Turner over here singing her song? Just come on. So he took a couple of years off. He released another album in '96 just called Corey Hart. And this, to me, there was a few great songs in this thing. Had kind of like a little bit of a resurgence in Canada, but oh God, this is my favorite song, and it's all because of the horn player. This guy is a guy. Just the feel of that makes me want to move, and I'm old.
Tell me that you always stand by me forever. Yeah. Tell me that you always hold my hand forever. Now to surrender
You know what?
the dream.
Have you bought this album yet? Have you bought? You should buy it. So, 1998 released an album called Jade. I'm just going to focus on what I think are the best tracks that nobody maybe knows. If you watched any of these before, I'm mostly what I'm doing. Because I'm a music student. People will say, "Oh, this guy has one hit, or maybe one or two hits," and they just kind of that's all they think about. But Corey Hart has been he took some time off, but he's been going out there kicking some asses for 35 years. Shit ton of time. He's got a ton of good stuff. And whatever I was talking about, Jade 98 came out, and then he decided to take some time off and raise his kids. He put out he was writing with people. I think he co-wrote some songs for or with Celine Dion. He would come out every once in a while and look at his shadow and go back and raise his kids for a few more years. But in 2014 released another album called 10,000 Horses. But the one I want to point out here, I think this is only released in Canada. Dreamin' Time Again, 2019, Dreamin' Time Again. Came out, he did a Canadian tour, and God, I'm pissed that I didn't go. The problem is I'm a misanthrope. And I don't like people. I don't like being around people. And I opted to not go. And now I'm kicking my ass. But, oh God. Like this song, I played a little of this at the start. Dreamin' Time Again. I'm going to go right into the... listen to this. this stuff is as good as anything he released in the 80s or the 90s. I love this song. This is a great duet with Jim Cuddy, who I'm probably going to do a thing about him from Blue Rodeo. Just listen to this. You know, how many times you heard somebody say, "Hey, this ain't my first rodeo"?
My wheels ain't
This is about
broken,
that.
that's for true. This ain't my first rodeo.
He still sounds as good as he did in the 80s. Still writing great tunes. Now, that begs the question, how many rodeos do you have to do before you could say, "This ain't my first rodeo"? I'm not sure. You know, he hasn't done many covers. He did "Love Hurts" at one point. He did "Oh Can't Help Falling in Love." Is this is a great song. "Sonny's Dream," which is a great Canadian song. A guy named Ron Hines. Been covered a million friggin' times. And this one, it was a guy named Alan Doyle, who, Great Big Sea, I believe, is the band. Just listen to this though. Oh my God. You know, like, it was more or less, it was an EP. It had 8 songs on it, and one of them was a reprise. But if you were a Corey Hart fan in the 80s, I wish that you would hung around, because he had a ton of great stuff. So, I don't know what else to say. Corey Hart, you, sir, are a god against mortal men. Amongst mortal men. One of my favorite musicians in my life. And you should, I know people, he's referenced in a lot of modern day culture. Like there's a show called Future Man a couple of years ago. They were pretending it was the 80s and they were at his concert. And it's, you know, in a way it's sort of a joke about him, but not to me. I'm glad they referenced him, because I fucking love this guy. And the fact that I make fun of his the way he talks, I don't care. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play this. This is the song I'm gonna play for you to think about, just because it was Christmas last week. Okay, I'm gonna throw this out here, and this is the song I'm gonna play at the end.
Have a good time.
Enjoy.
Everybody, Christmas. Let's go, Andrew.
And this is the part where I do this, and then that's my thumbnail. I don't care. This is gonna be great when he starts singing this goddamn song.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.
Here it comes. And he-
And one fine Christmas night, Santa came to say, he said, "Rudolph, with your nose so bright," I said, "Fortune teller, Santa night." Then all
All right, that's enough fun for today. If you've watched any of these other music snobs before, and you're back, what the hell's wrong with you? I appreciate you for watching. I mostly what I like here is for people who maybe didn't know the extent of all the other great music that Corey Hart has put out. Besides, you know, "Oh, Sunglasses at Night," that's a great tune. All right, hold on a second. Oh yeah, I love that "Sunglasses at Night" song. That was pretty good. And then that's all they talk about. But the guy had a shit ton of great songs, and I played 20 seconds of each one. So Corey Hart, you're a god. If anybody knows Corey Hart, please hook me up. I think we could be bros. He's got way too many cool things to do besides hanging out with this guy. Anyways, thanks for watching. It's like, I'll put the like in, where do I put the like? There's the like. Then I'll put the subscribe here, and I'll put a share up there. There it is. I'm not very good at any of this. But what I really like to do is I just ask. You don't have to like. You don't have to subscribe. Oh, you can leave a comment. Tell me what you would like me to do. If there's somebody that you think has been overlooked and you want more people to give a crap, leave a comment. or if you have a Corey Hart story, perhaps. I don't know. But what I'd really like just to ask is if you like this video, send me money. No, don't. Just please, just watch another one of my stupid, crappy videos. Just watch another one. Watch another music snob, and let's start a little music snob community of music snobs, and we'll discuss great musicians that we believe are overlooked because we are music snobs.